All right. Welcome as we're ready to play Valican Clans. Recently, our heroes have found out the hairsayers of this land, the dangers that comes from the natural places and unnatural going forward. What simple conversations and standing close to things can bring. And with alliances torn asunder and murderous things happening, they have tried now to make things as right as they can as the raid season quickly approaches, where they must set foot on ships and find themselves warring, killing, and slaughtering and pillaging. They are making what is hopefully a last gambit in order to get much needed resources, having decided to make a deal with Alphys in order to investigate something. They hope to get what they need and end up returning so that he may give them the much needed timber. Alphys himself, not being a Valakin, nor owing anything to the clan itself, needs a little bit more prodding than those who have sworn blood and bone and child to the efforts and survival of Clan Regval. And thusly, they've decided to go to the outskirts of the town in order to have conversation and entreat with a hunter who had seen the strange thing that Elvis talked to them about. A strange dwarf statue. And as with this, you arrive and you find Sakari, who's a gnome Mayo-Valakin who currently is taking a body of an elk and skinning it before he will send it off to the farms and have it smoked and whatnot, doing his time. As you approach, he can look up and see you and give a wave to your group. Hi, good to see you.
Hello.
Hairsayers, what do I owe the honor?
She looks at Orin. What do we say?
We're here to talk about the bronze statue.
A dwarf statue of bronze.
Kind of looks a little bit. Bronze. I didn't see a bronze statue.
Oh.
And what Aldous made mention that you saw a statue of sorts in the
Right,
woods.
it was stone. It kind of looks used, but it's like a dwarf. Its body, though, twisted, bulbous, very old shape. And it was. I first saw it with the trees along the Alpha Vega.
The forest?
Well, the road which runs through the wood itself. And then when I came back to the path, it was gone. About a week later, I found it beside the wishing pond in the wood.
What call the wishing pond?
You say, what do they call the wishing pond?
No, why do they call it the wishing pond?
Yeah, it's where you go make wishes.
Do you have to offer an offering to make the wish?
I don't know. People usually throw something in.
Like what?
Tiny.
I'm curious.
I've never thrown a person in. You could try.
No, I didn't say a person.
Right, but he said throw you in. I'm like, well, that could
Oh.
make a bet.
You're gonna throw me in.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you're off the whole sacrifice yourself vein of things. Sounds like
No,
you are.
Just curious what people offer to the wishing place.
It's good growth for you, Tiny. Good job.
Sometimes coin, sometimes something of value.
Or something personal to them.
Yeah.
And is this a place that is frequented often?
I mean, not many people go in the wood, but for those of us, this is more of a landmark. We sometimes would do it if we walk by it in our hunting.
So the dwarf statue was found near this place.
Second time I saw it, yeah.
And was there any trace of it having walked away or moved?
Not that I saw.
Did it leave anything in its wake? It seems to have Alvis concerned.
No, I was just talking about it. One of those weird things you see in the woods, and Elvis did get kind of a little upset, and he left.
Was there any particular point at which he got upset?
Not really. Just asked a few questions about what it looked like. Kind of told him, just kind of weird, misshapen, and they took off.
How long ago was this?
The first time I saw it was about 4 weeks ago. Then I was only talking to everybody telling the story of it just a few days ago after Alvis came back.
Anyone else report sightings of this thing as well?
Not that I know.
When you saw this stone statue, did it look like anyone in particular? Tiny's only asking because she remembers that Asphalt had said that the other statue resembled the person, the druid.
Oh, not that I could tell.
Did you ever follow it? Or saw it and just took note of it and walked by?
No, I never followed. Had too much to do with my own hunting. Just, again, it was just a weird thing. Didn't really think much of it until y'all came asking me these questions.
Well then, anyone else have anything of interest, or shall we go? Could you give us directions to the wishing pond?
I mean, yeah, he'll generally tell you the direction. It goes. I mean, it's kind of hard. It depends if you want to stick to the paths or not. It's a little more dangerous.
Well, as a starting point, if we stick to the path and then branch off from there.
Do the people of our clan know that we can use magic?
Yeah.
And they're okay with it in general?
Generally speaking, though, there's like a distrust that's still in there. It's not like no one's going to ever be okay with magic, but
It's
your hair stairs.
As Asphalt explained it when I asked about it. It's because we helped them survive, and so it's a tool. And
Okay.
as long as we continue to do that, it seems to be an okay thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about the elk you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
Is this for one of the livestock?
I mean, it's for food.
Yeah. Do elk provide anything else of sustenance for the clan besides food?
Well, skin the hides and we use all the bits we can.
Do the elk regrow the hides?
So, to be clear, this is a dead elk.
Oh,
he's
I
taking
thought,
a knife in.
I didn't know that.
and-
I thought it was still alive, and I was a little confused.
We're skinning live elk. Yes.
Nope, it is a dead elk, and he is taking it. So
Okay.
I realized by that last question, I'm like, nope, we're not.
It's
think
not a
it-
sheep.
Yeah, no, it was. I think because when we came over here, they said they were going to move it to a certain area to be waited until it was ready for food or something. I was like, okay,
So it should be smoked and preserved. It's fine.
gotcha. All right. Sorry. Okay. Never mind.
You're just
Well-
dealing with a lot of shock right now, Tiny. I understand.
Well, should we start with the wishing pond?
I think, considering it is still the same day as everyone was. We brought people back dead and all that fun stuff, right, Matt?
Sorry, what?
Is it still the same day that we returned from our raid?
From? Oh, you mean?
From,
No.
From our harvesting of lumber? No. Okay, it's another day.
All right, you've had time. Yeah, you've had time to rest and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we've had a long rest.
Yeah, because we all took some damage from that last.
That was what I wanted to clarify. Oh.
Yes.
So, okay. Then let us
All right.
gather what we need and
Long rest, yay!
as part of making sure we're all good to go on this adventure, Corgana will just look everyone over for, make sure that all of their shoes are tied, things are in the right spot, things of that nature. As my inspiring leader function and grant, believe it is 9 temporary HP to all of you. Let me just double check on that. That's.
I think it's proficiency plus your level. If it's what
That's-
I use as one bard.
I believe I'm just looking. You have temporary
Some-
equal to your character level plus modifier. Okay, so everyone will get 9 temporary. Yeah, you guys will all get 9 temporary
Modifier.
HP.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's 9.
9 temporary HP, all of you.
Cool. I just couldn't remember 9. Okay.
Yep.
I'll use that on Saturday a lot. So what do you do to inspire us?
I go ahead and walk up to each of you, just as we're sitting around and talking to this guy, and as we're preparing, just chatting you all up about how's kids, how's the things at home, you eating well, making sure that all your gear is stowed away, making sure you're double checked and know where everything you need is at. Kind of, like at the beginning of Gladiator, where the general just goes amongst the people and just make sure that things are where they are and that you're in good health. Sometimes it's the small things that matter.
Indeed. All right, and what would you like to do?
Well, I think we're going to head toward the pond unless there's an objection. That's the direction I think we're going.
Yep, pond it is.
On the way, Tiny wants to ask Orin, Orin, at the wishing pond, what do you think you would give for a wish?
I assume it's something that's valuable to somebody. Coin or an item that has some importance.
I mean, what would you give?
Oh, what would I give specifically? Oh. I guess maybe my blades. If it were a very important wish.
Yeah, that's a good one. Much better than Corgana's. He said he was going to throw me in there.
Yeah, that would definitely not be something we would allow to happen, of course. You are too valuable to use on a possibility of a wish.
Thank you. I hope you don't have to waste your blades to get me out.
I hope not, but if it had to be, I would.
You think wishes can bring people back from the dead?
I don't.
I was thinking of
That's just one
offering.
of those final things.
Yeah, I thought about offering something to see if it would bring Cole back.
I mean, it's sad that Cole is gone, but to undo his sacrifice for those in the village seems wrong to me.
That's a good point. He always wanted a heroic death.
I think it's important to honor what people do for the tribe. And if it's their life that they are willing to give, then to try and undo that is to devalue the sacrifice they made.
I'll
And
keep that
sometimes
in
those
mind.
sacrifices allow others the opportunity to prove their worth to the tribe.
That's very wise.
I've been told that in that way occasionally. I don't see it, but I've been told that.
She lets that sink in as she continues walking.
He'll smile as she walks, thinking to himself, between her and Asphalt, assuming the summer goes well, the future looks bright.
All right.
You've been awfully quiet. And Corgana will just nudge Hist a little bit as they're walking.
Sorry, my dog was freaking out and I had to deal with that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, what's up? I missed what you said.
Oh, how are you doing, Hist? You've been quiet a lot lately.
Oh, yes, everyone else is the better dealing with the public.
Sure, but I mean, amongst ourselves, surely you've got more than a few thoughts going on in your head about what's going on.
I suppose.
Care to share them?
At the moment, I'm just kind of concerned about the state of our resources.
What are you concerned about? If we do this, we should be good.
Yes, but there is quite a bit of risk in what we're doing.
Do you want to die then by the fireside in your sleep?
Yes, quite preferably, honestly.
Oh. Then maybe that's what you should wish for at the wishing pond.
If I had a wish, it would not be for my death. It would probably be for something nice.
I was talking more about getting to live to an age where you get to die in your sleep. But what would you wish for?
Maybe to sleep. I don't really know. I've never thought about it.
Well, just remember there's no free cheese in a mousetrap.
Yes, I don't really believe in this wish in the first place. I don't. At least not in the sense that it'll fully give us everything we want.
Or how you intended it to be. So, but do speak up more often. It's good to have other perspectives, especially with those of your knowledge. I won't bite unless you ask.
I will. I try to voice it more.
See that you do. And then Corgana will move along.
All right. Then who is leading? Who's kind of making the trying to navigate the woods here?
I'll volunteer if
I'll help
need be.
out.
I've got a decent survival skill.
Griff knows the stars. I don't know. I don't think we're traveling at night, but
All right, so Griff and Tiny, both of you make survival checks.
All right. Oh, almost something good. Oh, it's a 12.
that was so close to being an 18, but it was a 4 instead. So 11.
Yeah, I almost had a 22,
Okay.
and then it flipped over.
All right.
These dice have been good to me, but now they're not. I'm going back to Uni the Unicorn.
That's the best dice. Okay, so you get lost in the woods.
Oh, great. Tiny's first time leading us.
There is story in failure.
Yes.
There is.
Uh,
So now we're pushing around. You finally come to a place here. And for some of you, it's might hit the memory. It's the cliffside of Darkstone, a gaping cave. You can hear the growls and grunts of wolves within. Place where some of you went with Cole to find wolves. These are the ones that you had helped before. Looks like they've survived quite nicely.
We have been feeding them, right?
Yeah, I thought part of it was that we had continued taking care of them.
Yeah, you brought stuff out to the cave. Yeah.
Okay, good. So yeah, I know Tiny has helped with that too. I know a lot of us have, and so I think we are kind of at least now know where we are, which is nice.
Is this the scenic route, Tiny?
I just wanted to say hi to the wolves. Oh, I mean, I think I just got a little lost, but then I remembered this is the area where the wolves are. They might be able to help us find the pond. I can ask them. Tiny will cast a speak with animals.
Could ask him about the stone statue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pardon us. We are your friends. We're just stopping by to check in on you and make sure you're all right.
More food now that it's gotten warmer.
Yeah. Let me check my satchel here. Oh, I do have some rations. I will offer them as many rations as they want. I have 10 total. So I'll put down at least half of them as an offering. Well, we were curious if you have seen a stone statue of a dwarf in this area.
It was here for a while.
I translate everything while it's being said. So if anybody has anything they want to ask, they can. How long was it here?
They don't understand time.
Oh, how many moons?
They don't understand time.
Oh, okay.
They don't count.
Oh, did you see it in the light or in the dark?
Yes.
Okay, both. Okay.
Did they see it move?
Mm,
No. It was gone once.
when you slept?
After hunting. It was not there.
Where exactly did they see it? So we kind of get an idea of where it was.
They'll lead you about 100 feet. Because I'm assuming you're translating.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. All right. They lead you about 100 feet away, and you can to a spot. Just kind of point with their noise there.
Okay, well, while Tiny is chatting with the wolves, I'm going to investigate the spot where they saw it.
Cool.
All right, cool. Give me an investigation check.
Our rolls are going to suck for us today. It did the same thing to me. 11.
No.
Yeah. This looks like forest ground like the rest.
Oh, wait. I do have an idea. I could do a ritual of a clue to see if it's been here in the last 10 days. That way we would see its footprints if it was walking, if it was in the last 10 days. Unless there's an objection, I'll ritual cast that.
It is certainly worth a try.
It'll also show us if any other humanoids have been here in the last 10 days.
All right. So you do the ritual?
Yeah, right in the area that they pointed to.
Okay. Do that. You can see some boot prints from some other humanoids, but nothing that looks like would be from a statue.
Okay. I mentioned to everyone.
I think some of our clansmen just to make sure they're okay.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Tiny.
No, I was just thinking out loud. I was trying to think. We have the directions to the pond, and now that we have found a place where we know we are, could we guesstimate where the pond's direction is from here?
I mean, very generally, sure. But I mean, it's hard to navigate because you can't go straight direction in the woods.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why it's hard.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Have about you ask the wolves how they get to the water source? Because they might have some hidden paths that might get to a big pond, though it could be also be the wrong pond. They are wolves. They are semi-intelligent, but you know.
Have they seen it anywhere else while they were out hunting?
They would go, no.
Well, then maybe we should try to find this pond.
You got this, Tiny.
the last thing I'd want to do in this area is maybe like a search for tracks, like large feet tracks. Since the spell didn't work, maybe just generally looking in this area might discover something without magic.
Okay. I would say that would be your general navigation. The survival check that would come next would cover that.
Okay.
I can help out this time.
All right. Both of you make a survival check.
Alrighty. Come on, dice, do something. No, oh, come on. It was on a nat 20, rolled over, and now it's a 15. Oh, I hate this dice today. It's the unicorn dice, too.
I got an 11.
Or, that's like 3 11s tonight. Or today.
All right. In that case, you travel, and this will be another 2 hours. Pushing down here, and you come into a pond that waits in a quiet clearing. Faint motes of light drift across its surface, golden and calm. Despite the weather, it is unseasonably pleasant.
Is this it?
I think so.
Can we compare what we know about it, how it was described by Sakari, to what we have in front of us?
Does seem about right.
Yeah, we could look at the water and see if people have offered things there.
Yeah, you come up and you can see there's very heavy tracks that lead from here deeper into the woods.
Oh. When you say heavy, are they like big, like giant or?
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
Interesting. Well, maybe the statue is walking. Maybe it's not even a statue. It's probably like heavy armor. And they're just learning things.
Could have been a mud-covered person seen from a distance, certainly. But we won't know until we find out more information, as that is the preliminary goal. If we think that we can take it, that is a bonus, but we don't need to lose people over resolving this riddle. We have other options.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bjork.
I was going to say, if we do find it, let's not make our first thing violence. Let's at least try to talk to it.
Well, if it decides to enact violence upon us, I will enact violence upon it.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't defend ourselves. I'm just saying we should try not to resort to violence if we can help it.
Yeah, I agree. Most of the time, violence isn't necessary.
Corcana opens their mouth to say something and then just says nothing.
Well, does anybody want to make a wish?
I do not.
Me neither.
I really want to, but now I'm scared to if I'm the only one doing it. Okay.
What are you scared about, Tiny?
Well, I just seem to get myself in a lot of trouble when I go off and do things. I've discovered.
What did we discuss the last time you got into trouble for doing things by yourself?
I don't remember.
I'll go with you if you ask for help.
No, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. So I think I should practice restraint.
But you wanted to do something. Why are you denying yourself that pleasure?
Well, I was just going to make a wish for someone else.
Then let us go do that.
But-
And Corgana will walk up ahead of Tiny to the edge of the water. And just look expectantly at Tiny at this point.
Okay. Oh, I look at the water. Does it look magical? Does it look evil?
So, when you're looking for evil water, what are you looking for?
I don't know. Like, is it smoking? Is it got something eerie about it? Is it like perfectly still? Is it does it smell weird?
Can I run my hand through it and cast Identify?
Certainly. To identify. I was at the spout, this pond. At one point, would house a mystical salmon. But for whatever reason, it has not summoned the salmon today.
Oh,
I'll share this with the group.
well, if they didn't say anything bad happens if you make a wish, right? Like if it's a small wish, if it's not like a big crazy wish.
People come here all the time to do it, Tiny.
No, you might as well. It's just I don't have anything to desire.
So, have I ever heard of anyone making a wish here and like unleashing a curse?
I mean, no, but you didn't hear about the last one either, so.
Oh God! All right, you know what? That's fine.
No one's explored this area. It's mostly unexplored. You haven't been here. So you're the explorers.
I will take out a gold coin.
Okay.
I will toss the gold coin into the pond.
The water surface and drips below to be gone in the lack of light.
And she will say a little wish.
All right. And nothing. The pond is the pond.
Okay. Okay. Well, I did it. I feel proud of myself. Confronted my fears.
As I'm standing right next to Tiny as they're doing this, what did you said you said a tiny wish. What did you wish for?
You can't tell us. You can't tell us. You have to tell the GM, and he gets to determine whether or not it comes true.
That's true.
But Bukana was right next to Tiny's, what we were saying. So
Yeah.
Yes.
She did whisper it, but would
I'm
that
happy to
be
make a perception
perception? Yeah.
I'm happy to make a perception
Against
check.
what? Like
15.
my,
I think it would be
15.
15.
that's fair.
Okay. 23.
Oh wow. Yeah, you definitely heard it. Yeah, she just kind of whispered, I wish that Bjorg will find someone and be happy.
Corgana will say nothing and just pat Tiny reassuringly for doing a good thing or doing what they wanted to do. Now let's go find a statue, Tiny.
All right.
I believe in you. You got this.
All right. So Tiny, then go ahead and give me a survival check.
Who's helping?
I can attempt to help again.
All right, each of you make
Maybe I'll
one.
get something higher than 11.
So 2 flat rolls.
There we go. Oh, come on.
I did. I got a 12. 12
I
is
got-
higher than 11.
I got a 14.
Okay.
I'm rolling so bad.
So
Wish granted, Orin. Wish granted.
moving now through, you trek, trying to follow these meandering, searching, losing it in where other prints, then finding it again for 4 hours. And I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
from the biting winds and exertion.
Please roll something good. Please. Oh, that's not bad. 19.
Okay.
17.
14.
21.
18.
8.
No,
I'm going to work on rolling up my new character because that's how this day is going.
With an 8, that is a fail. The DC was 10. And so you will gain 1 level of exhaustion.
I apparently forgot to clear my last level exhaustion, so there we go. Still there.
Okay. Well, then you can make another survival check.
I'll help this time since Orin is tired.
Sounds
Orin is
good.
looking-
Sounds good.
So Tiny and Griff.
Come on. Oh, man. Well, at least you rolled good.
19.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Still a decent roll.
All right. Very good. So, with that, then, find a small clearing where a stony dwarven warrior stands. One granite hand warped into a blade, the other into a shield. Instead of a well-maintained beard, sharp, wiry strands cover the dwarf's face.
They've just been hanging out at all these places. They haven't attacked anybody from what I know. So they're probably just hopefully friendly.
Yeah, maybe they're looking for help. They just don't know how to ask.
Yeah.
One of these days, your optimism is going to get you both killed.
Yeah, I'm not as optimistic.
But if you feel that way so much, say hello, or maybe we just observe it for a little bit more.
I take a step in toward it, not next to it. Hello, is there something we can help you with?
All right. You step in here, getting close now, as the statue now turns to look upon you. And it almost looks like a being in pain.
Ooh.
Same time, and it raises its kind of, I guess, this misshapen arms and whatnot as it comes in and pushes for you towards you aggressively, raising its arms. As if to end your life. And with that, everyone can roll initiative.
Maybe
What
they
was
just want to
that
hug.
about what was that about aggression that we were talking about?
They might
Remember
just be
this?
hugging.
It might just be hugging. Aggressive hugging and cuddling. It's called the struggle cuddle, where it strangles you to death.
Alrighty. Let me see what I got now. I got Griff, Hess, Bjorg. Yep, looks like I got everybody.
Pretty sure I'm last.
Pending. Double check. Okay, so
I gotta pick my defensive.
Modified map, mine is the 20.
Who isn't here?
Robin's character. Oh, sorry, am I looking here? So, did I miss one? I don't think I did. Orin, you're 20? Because of the exhaustion, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, it's -2.
perfect. Okay, here in a moment. There we go. Got a visual up.
You have to get him printed. Sorry. He's ordered. Haven't printed him yet. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm glad that you're just taking care of things. Thank you.
Cool. All right, so into this, and we'll start with Orin.
Since we rolled initiative, Orin is going to use his stance that gives him his charisma to his AC, which will reduce my speed by another 5, I think. And then he will do a sorcerer's burst.
Nice.
That's a natural 20 for 28.
Ooh.
You, I guess. That's a lot of ones. For 11 points of acid damage.
Okay. Very good.
And then that will be my turn.
Perfect. Then Corgana. Burns. The stone kind of does dissolve pretty well.
Considering taking Alvis's feedback into opinion, I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself. And as there are now 4 Garganas running at this thing, I'm going to get behind it to be opposite of Bjorg.
Alright, let me go grab some Dragonborn.
All right.
I'm gonna grab some Dragonborn. I'll be right back.
But that'll be my turn as things go.
Okay. And Bjorg.
Okay.
Okay, since he doesn't want to play nice, I am going to use my bonus action to remember the stories of Morgog and cast Shadow Striking Technique on my blade.
Nice.
And wait, what is going on? Okay.
I'm gonna mark him in yellow since we have all these new Dragonborns on the field, so we're not confused.
Okay. Then with Korgana flanking, I'm going to hit it with my short sword.
Okay.
With a 24.
That hits.
Okay, so that is 10 points of piercing.
Okay, that's non-magical, yeah?
No, it's not.
Okay.
A 7 for the sneak attack. And 5 necrotic.
Nice. Alright, so yeah, there's sparking trying to slice into solid stone. Necrotic does begin to dissolve it away.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Then Hist.
Alright. I am going to cast Melv's Minute Meteors, 3rd level. As my action, and I use my bonus action to fling 2 of them at the one Bjork just attacked.
Nice.
I need 2 Dex 15 saves.
You got it. Two dex saves. A success and a fail.
On the success, it was 9 fire damage. On the fail, it was 7 fire damage.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Got it. All right. Stone turning black from the fire. Griff.
Sorry, you caught me mid-chew. Let's see. I'm gonna... I'm going to hit it with my flail first. And because there's all these people around, I get pack tactics.
Ooh.
Which is good because one of those was a 2, so 21 to hit.
All right, that hits.
You guys are rolling better to hit than you were to find the thing.
So it takes 9 bludgeoning damage.
All right, we're just a 4. Ching.
Can we give inspiration to art department?
I don't need it. I already have it.
And it also has sap, so it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Nice.
Wait, if you give me inspiration, does that mean I can give DM disadvantage? Because I'll take it then.
All right, Tiny Tusk.
All right. Take out my crossbow, and I'm going to mark this thing with my hunter keen senses and take a shot at the stone.
Guys,
And
I'm
that
finally
is-
replacing all the wood bases on the trees so they don't look like scattle tiles.
A 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Then I will also activate. I just kind of, as soon as the bolt hits, I think back to the ancient teachings of Cole and the tribes and the clans, and I begin to hum an old tune, as it will also be taking some additional damage here. But first of all, it takes 12 piercing plus
an additional 1 force plus 11 cold, and it needs to make a con save.
Okay. 26.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that passes. Let me see if there's any effect. No, no effect on a save. So I'm just going to mark that off, and I'm going to take my second attack by aiming my crossbow again and firing. That's only an 11 to hit.
Okay, that will bounce off harmlessly.
Okay, and that's all.
Okay.
Well, wait. I'm going to take a couple of steps back here. I don't want to get too close. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Then on its turn, it will do its disadvantage attack. So this large arm that now ends in an axe, like fully molded together, of stony nastiness is going to come in towards Korgana. And that will be a 14 to hit.
One of my illusions goes poof.
Very
Meeny, meeny,
nice.
miny, you. Oh, son of a bitch, where did I put my dragonborn box?
All right. Now it comes around, and the scraggly beard tries to rip into your face for a 18.
Torkorgana again?
Yes.
Okay. It hits one of my other images.
Nice. And then the arm that now lands in a bulbous shield will come towards you.
Uh-huh.
Only for a 9.
It goes right between the two images, trying to split the difference.
Nice. With that, it strikes the ground and burrows into it.
Oh, we go bye-bye.
And go to Orin.
Yeah, I'm still gonna try and aim at the statue. Then do another sorcerer's burst.
Well, so it's
Passive again.
underground under total cover.
Oh,
Hit the road.
well, that's cheating.
That's what I said.
Huh.
There's asshole.
Then I will ready an action for when it comes up.
Okay.
Doing the sorcerer's burst acid again.
You got it. Then Korgana.
Ghana is seeing it disappear. Korgana's going to step back away from everybody else, just to create some space. And I'm going to activate my innate sorcery as a bonus action, as an action, I will ready Eldritch Blast to cast when it comes up.
Okay. Got it. And Bjorg.
Like Korgana, I am going to move away from where it was a little so that we're not all grouped together. And then I'm going to try to be Asphalt, and I'm going to put my hands on the ground and see if I can feel where it's moving. close my eyes and concentrate. What would you like me to roll for that?
Trying to figure out where it's moving.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so be action, perception check.
Okay. Oh, nice. 21.
Okay. I mean, right now, it's about 10 feet below where it was.
Okay. I will relay that to the group and tell them that that's right now, but it could move. And that'll be my turn.
Hist.
All right. We can still see that one in front of us, right?
Nope, that one's a friendly. Only
Uh.
yellows are bad.
And we can't see them.
No, but I just told you where it was.
Just don't know if anything of my things work if I can't see them. Oh, since we all right, then I'll just use my bonus action just because if Bjork pointed them out, I can still fling 2 meteors there.
Nice.
That'll be 2 dex 15 saves.
Yeah, that's just easy when he's inside.
Okay, so wait, so what are you doing again? Help me out.
Meters.
You're doing Melph's Meteor?
Yeah.
He's total cover, so
They
you
don't
can't.
have.
Right, but total cover you
Oh.
can't hit people behind total cover.
Boo. I disagree. I think you can with magic missile still.
Nope.
Really?
Well, you
No,
could
you
if there was a
can't.
pathway to them, but underground would not give you a pathway. Like it has to have a reasonable place to travel. Magic missile.
Boo.
Then I don't think I can do anything. I'll just pass.
Alright. Griff.
Griff is going to summon forth the wisps, the spirit guardians, and pull them out from the air around him. And the little motes kind of like dance around in a circle around him.
Is Spirit Guardians a sphere or a radius?
I believe it is it says 15-foot emanation. So
Is that
I-
sit underground, Matt? 'Cause
I
he's only
don't think they
10
pass through barriers.
Look, I'm doing my damnedest to help, guys.
it doesn't say it doesn't say it says specifically range area 15-foot sphere from south.
Yep.
Don't say anything about barriers.
Origin is included unless it's on other sides. Otherwise, yeah, but it extends out from so with an emanation, the way they change it is an emanation extends. So because an emanation extends, it does not like barriers stop it, as opposed to simply occupying the space.
Boo!
So that was the way emanation changed things.
Boo!
So basically, like the sphere of energy kind of like hits the ground and kind of just like blump off of it.
Yeah, it extends out from here.
That's okay. If it comes above ground around me in that 15-foot space, then it will take damage because
Mhm.
it's entering my emanation. And then if it stays there, it will take more damage because
Correct.
it's ending its turn there.
Yep.
Ka-chow! So yeah, after I do Spirit Guardians, I end my turn. I'm not gonna use my Child Divinity yet.
Got it. Tiny Tusk.
So 2024, I don't know what the rules are. The if I have something like Hunter's Mark, I assume I can't hold an action.
Is it concentration?
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm using it as a feature, but I don't think it matters. I think it's still concentration.
Right. If it's concentration, then right, you cannot hold
Okay.
something and concentrate.
All right. So Tiny instead will she'll say, listen, you big dummy, we're not trying to hurt you. If you would just come out and lower your hands and, you know, get out of the way, we came to help you. And that'll be her action.
All right. And now it's turn. As if an answer, it burrows up behind Kurgana. It should be way out of the emanation.
Yeah, but which one is it gonna hit?
Does it get blasted first as it comes out?
All right, so it will come out, and then so held ranged attacks.
It's going to be a disadvantage for the 2 shots because it's right up against me.
Yes.
Yep.
I got a 10.
18 on one of them. The other one is a 10, and so I'm assuming the 10 misses, but the 18.
So it's 18. It's able to use its reaction in the last moment, throw its shield in front of your hand there as it
Okay.
bounces off. Right. Is that all the ranged?
Orin had.
I got a
something?
10. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that bounces off.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, it will go ahead and take its axe arm, grotesque and bulging. And you see now blood comes from the statue. It is bloodied, and there's like organs inside. It's down here for 22 to hit.
Hits Korgana.
Okay. So that will be 9 slashing damage
Okay.
across your chest, and then trying to go the beard against your face for 26 to hit.
Hits Korgana.
All right. And that is 7 piercing and damage.
Okay.
And then coming down with its shield arm for only an 11.
That'll miss.
Right. Very good. And with that, it burrows into the ground.
Damn.
I don't think it wants to fucking talk.
All right. Orin.
Yeah, I could already another spell for when it comes out. So I'll go ahead and do Chromatic Orb. And again, it'll do acid.
Did you get an opportunity attack on a bird, or does it not?
No, because by the time it leaves range, it's under total cover.
And I already used my reaction as well, so I appreciate it.
Matt, can I ask a question?
Sure.
All right. Since I have Hunter's Mark up, it means that I'm always aware of where it is.
Yep.
Even if I can't see it. Would I be able, since it's already used its movement, to, as a free action, communicate where it's at?
Yeah.
That's what I would want to do.
Okay. It is in the ground where it was standing.
They
So
get
same
moved
place so
last
far.
time at the
Okay.
beginning of its turn.
Gotcha. All right.
All right. So Kurgan, it's your turn, or what happened? I might have gotten a little
Bobby's
confused.
holding a spell.
I was going to spell so Kurgana.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was my turn yet or not. I wasn't sure who was after it.
It was Bobby. Bobby's holding a spell.
Yep.
So
Okay.
Orin a spell. So now it's your turn.
In the expectations that it's going to come up again, I'm going to draw my greatsword at this point and prepare a booming blade for its return.
All right.
And that'll be it.
Got it. And then Bjorg.
Well, since it seems to be wanting to attack Korgana, I am going to move over to Korgana, and my short sword is already out, and hold my swing until it comes out again.
Got it. And then Hist.
I'll also ready my action for when it pops out to shoot both meteors at it if I can.
Okay. Then Griff.
I would like to move over so that Hist and Bjorg are within my emanation. And if so, the spirit guardians bump into you. They feel kind of like a soft flame that doesn't hurt you, and it kind of tickles.
Very nice. So everyone's getting tickled in Tiny Tusk.
Question. So I want to know, can I in any way use Hunter's Mark to give people an advantage on this attack? Like by tracking where it's moving, because I go right before it.
I mean,
I don't-
you'd have to be within 5 feet of it when it emerges to give a help action.
Okay, so there's no point in me keeping Hunter's Mark then. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and prepare myself with a well, hold on. Am I able to use a bonus action and then hold an action, or is that not allowed? I don't know what's allowed.
So, yeah, you can use your bonus, then you can hold an action.
Cool. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bonus action use one of my class story what do they call them? Martial maneuver. I'm going to use a martial maneuver. I want to make sure I don't have to see it. Okay, I don't have to see it because it's on my weapon. So I'm going to empower my weapon, and then I'm going to hold an attack for if I see it, or if it pops up again out of the earth.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Got it. Perfect. So... all right. Then it will pop up in front of Hist.
Yay!
All right. So this would be attacks that were held.
I need 2 Dex 15 saves.
Got it. That is nice. Your attacks don't rely on any of that crazy.
Oh my god, I rolled a 12 for both damages, and that's the maximum damage.
Very
Nice.
nice. Okay, so we've got a success and a fail.
6 and 12 then.
All right, so 18. Very good. Then you had something, Tiny?
Yes, I fired my crossbow for a 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right. What size is this? Is this large or smaller?
Medium.
Okay. So what I'm going to do on my attack is this automatically activates the fact that it gets pushed. So it will be pushed back 10 feet. And I need to roll damage, don't I? All right. So I got
Tiny
2 damage
pushed it into
rolls.
spiritual guardians, Matt.
Okay. Well,
All right. So that's going to be hold on. Bonus action here. All right, that's 11 piercing, 5 cold,
okay.
and pushed into Spirit Guardians.
Okay. So before it gets pushed, it does get its attacks on, or rather on Hist.
I was about to say nowhere near Orion. That's a whole other night.
Let me get this going. Here we go. So let me just get these. Do the shield first. So 24 to hit.
That hits.
And then Beard coming across you for 16.
Wait, that'll hit. No, that'll miss. Sorry.
Okay.
16 miss.
Next, I'm sorry. I need a strength save.
Strength save. Not good. Okay. 10.
All right. So you're knocked prone from the shield, and then the axe will come down for 25 to hit. So that hits. So that is a total.
My thing is really cutting out.
All right, so you're prone, and it's going to be a total of really low damage, but 13 slashing damage. And then, what's the save for Spirit Guardians that it just got tossed into?
15 wisdom.
All right. It fails.
Yes.
Then it takes a total of 12 radiant.
All right. So then, how do you want to kill it, Molly?
So I'm just imagining Hiss kind of blasts it into the emanation as the wisps flare from a blue to a red as they all hazily go into this creature, going poof, 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 and blasts of energy as it falls apart.
So how much damage did I take? It got really staticky for me.
13 slashing, and you were knocked prone, but I don't think that prone matters anymore.
Cool.
That was so awesome.
Good. And with that, there's no more threats. What do you want to do?
I would like to do a medicine check on it because I feel like Grip has some suspicions. I have more suspicions.
Molly suspicious? Never.
Corgana's gonna scout around just to make sure the perimeter's secure.
Okay.
Do you have to be proficient in order to assist someone?
So so technically you can also do something, but you can't help people out of combat. Help is a combat action.
Oh no, I meant like okay. I think I understand what you meant.
So like you can also do a thing, right? But that is sort of like the whole idea.
Okay.
But what the other thing I do is you can add a like your ability modifier, depending on what you're doing.
Okay. I mean, I would try to help Griff if you allowed me to add my proficient. I mean, not my proficient, but my wisdom modifier.
To how?
I want to check the. I want to take note of the flesh and the organs that were spilling out of this thing's arms to see if they are kind of wanting to test to see whether or not they are something that is trapped in there, or if they are like multiple different types of person.
Okay, so it would be
Like,
intelligence.
That would be intelligence. Okay.
And so Griff, you were doing, because you're doing medicine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Griff's doing a medicine check on it. They do an arcana check.
Griff's
Okay.
very much like bleeding stone. Stone generally doesn't bleed.
All right. So we got an examination from a medical perspective and one from an arcana perspective. So give me the checks.
22.
It's a 14 minus the 2 from exhaustion.
Okay, so 12 there.
There was a 16 after was 14. So I got a total of 16. I subtracted 2. The total is 14. Sorry.
Okay, so the check's 14. Okay,
Yeah, checks. Yeah, yeah.
perfect. I would say you get the sense that something of magic has occurred here, but you're not sure what. For the medicine, going deep, you are able to find, I mean, this humanoid bone, those, even some of the bones have transformed to stone. And like the blood has silt and pieces of granite. It's evidence of a slow transformation process, I think, on this medicine check.
Did my intelligence help at all on any of that?
What was your intelligence mod?
+2.
+2. So I can put it over to Orin then.
Yes.
That's fine. So in that case, between the two of you, you're able to recall that there is a dwarven curse, or specifically a curse that befalls dwarves, made to specifically target dwarves and dwarves alone. That is a curse of the deep that can transform them into creatures called Huruks.
Yeah. Cole knew about that. He was a dwarf.
And you'd also be able to get that only adamantine or magic weapons are fully effective against the curse, though large elder old ones like this can be seriously harmed by thunder. In your searching, in addition here, you, as it's now burst apart and inside searching through the organs, you're also pulling out gemstones that seem to have formed on the insides of it. Bloodied and filled with, or covered rather, in viscera. specifically 500 gold worth of gemstones.
You wanna? Who wants to put that in inventory so we don't lose it?
I'll hang on to it.
So, if this is a curse, right, or a disease, or does that mean there's something nearby that's the origin?
Possibly. I'm not really sure how this curse came to be or how one gets affected by it.
Out of curiosity, Bjorg,
Yes.
how do you feel
About?
having met the stone statue?
Well, that was the reason why I wanted to try to talk to it first, because I thought there might be something more to it than actually just being a statue. Especially after I heard the movement.
So happy?
Well, no, I'm not happy we had to kill a being, but under the circumstances, it seemed like it was in pain and it wasn't going to move beyond its pain to try to communicate with us. We did what we had to do. Doesn't make me happy, but we did what we had to do.
Well, good. Then it's someone else.
I just hope that whatever caused this is not something we cross paths with. I mean, I know that you guys say it only affects dwarves, but hopefully we're not in the company of a dwarf anytime soon that potentially could be affected.
Well, Asphalt,
Yeah, we can keep her safe.
Asphalt, you better stay in the back for this part of the adventure. Try not to say too much. Just all right. Well,
And
they'd have-
if by chance we do, I mean, we can always try to, since we know of this curse now, figure out some kind of cure or reversal for it, just in case we need it.
good
mean,
idea.
It never hurts to have those things kind of in your back pocket,
Yeah,
future use.
I mean, it would have been cool if we could have saved this person.
Yes, it would, because we don't know what kind of knowledge it could have given us, or he could have given us.
Well, there's nothing here to identify who the dwarf was, I assume, based on our looking at it.
Matt,
Mhm.
do I think, and I feel like this would probably be like either medicine or arcana, but like, do I think based on the amount of transformation, like once enough of it has like affected like somebody, like the dwarves' brain, they might not be thinking clearly.
Correct. It malforms them and ultimately turns them monstrous. Even with this, you can see that there's still ways to go. Could become more powerful and vicious than it already was.
I think. I mean, the transformation hasn't fully affected this poor dwarf. It still had organs. It still had flesh. Its blood hadn't turned completely to stone yet. But
Right, but it
What-
had transformed enough that it couldn't see beyond the pain that it was in. Is what I said. Thus the reason it attacked.
exactly. I also think that unless we have the very powerful healing magic, I don't think we could possibly bring somebody back from the affliction.
And the curse, find the source of the curse, kill them, end the curse. Voila. You guys think too much about these things sometimes.
Well, maybe we should.
Should think about things too much?
Yes, worrying's quite rational.
It's
Yeah.
gonna get cold. Not freezing to death is quite rational.
I think it's rational to worry about people and curses and, try to hope we can help in some way.
Or we can help the living and not the dead. We can figure this out over a nice cold beverage or a nice warm beverage over a fire.
But,
Instead
but,
of
if,
out in the
but if somebody like Asphalt got the curse, I would hope you would try to help.
Asphalt's living. They're now dead.
Speaking of a warm fire, it's getting dark. We've been out here for a very long time. Do you think we should continue to bumble around in the dark trying to find the source of this curse? Or perhaps bring back what we have found to Alvis?
We should head back. I don't think that we should look for what causes curse, because if I'm understanding what you all have been saying, that this has been slowly affecting him for a long time. So it could have happened way in another part of our world. And he's just been wandering around, maybe trying to find out how he could get it removed.
There's the only thing I'd want to check is he nods over to the silt that was part of the internal. I'd want to compare that to what's in the pond.
And also, do we have any way of knowing whether or not this person might be, I don't know the right word, but contagious? I don't want to just take them back to the clan if we don't know. What did you find, Griffin, in terms of that?
Well, I don't think curses are contagious.
Diseases are, though.
Right, but haven't we determined this was a curse, not a disease?
It could have been a curse of a disease, though. Well, I don't know. I mean, I might just be thinking off my rocker here.
I think we were sent to find it, potentially kill it if we could, and return with information. We have done all but returned with the information.
Okay.
We can discuss the who and why on the way back. However, another thing to consider is clans. Has the entire dwarven clan that this dwarf belongs to been affected by this curse? And does that pose a threat to our home? As we walk, we can consider these things.
Before we leave, then on that note, is there any sort of identifying thing on this dwarf that would tell us maybe what clan he belonged to?
Looking on them, you don't see anything like that. See, whatever's happened, it's been worn away, anything like that.
Okay.
Corgana's just going to walk up, chop off the remains of the arm, and just wrap it up in a pelt.
Which arm? The one with the sword or the one with the shield?
The one, it had an axe, right, Matt?
Or, I'm sorry, yeah, axe or shield.
Well, so it's they've crumbled. They were like of stone,
Oh, okay.
part of the body.
So the weapons themselves have crumbled. So I will just take an arm, then, for Alvis's proof, or what remains of it.
All right, and of course you have the gemstones you found. And all right, in that case, trying to make your way back. Give me a survival check.
Who wants to help?
Corgana,
I will.
Okay, Griff, you can do it.
Bound to roll decently at least once today.
Oh, 15.
15 again. My third 15.
Okay. In that case, just as the darkness would come and would get dangerous, you are able to exit the wood
Oh, thank God.
into the night as they light the fires. A few bowmen briefly train the arrows on you until they realize who you are. So go, the hairstairs are back.
Yeah, we're back.
We need to go see Elvis.
Elvis.
Going to Elvis. What do you tell them? He's there. You can see he's actually takes you to the side of the meadery where he is having some more mead as he was discussing something with the gondol, and then sees you into the table.
We return with news. If you would like to speak here or elsewhere.
Kind of looks. You get to a corner. He goes, "Here's fine. What have you found?"
Well, that's one way of putting it. We came across the stone statue, the dwarf statue. It attacked us and was in great pain. And we learned quite a bit about it, including it. Oh gosh, the name of the curse. Hold on. Oh crap, where did I put it?
Curse turns people into Horrocks.
The dwarven curse. It's somewhere in my notes. I literally just wrote it down.
And the Hurk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Collix is. It just keeps. It just his eyes stay steady. He just finally goes, "Thank you. Here, one of you take this ring. It's crafted from a seed of the Morfarash, my druid's sacred tree. It is the knowledge of my circle's warriors.
Oh, I know someone who would make great use of this.
Bear it with
Sure.
honor."
She'll take it, but she's intending, obviously, to give that to Asphalt.
Though it probably wouldn't be that helpful to Asphalt.
Oh, I thought it was like a druid ring. It's not a. Okay, never mind. Who wants it?
Well, we'll figure that out, Tiny.
Okay.
That's a conversation for when. So we're not discussing this in front of Alphys.
Who wants the ring?
I would like to insight Alphys specifically on how afraid he is, knowing, like, with us giving him the knowledge that, like, this curse is, like, has affected around our where we live.
Yeah, give me a insight check.
19?
He looks terrified. When you really look at him, he's kind of getting, but you can see his eyes and his fingers just slightly shaking. There was some recognition in the words that you said, even before you said what type it was when you're describing. This has disturbed him. Almost as he was afraid of this specific information coming back. And that's why he sent you.
So, Alphys, what do we need to do to help assist you with making sure that the wood we need is here?
can spend the week, we can get it this week. That's fine. And we'll let that as you pay what we'd agreed. And anything else before we kind of go to that?
Griff would kind of like take a moment to be like, Alphas, what is it about this curse? That frightens you so? I know that it only affects dwarves and that it will most certainly is a danger to others in the clan. Is it something that can be stopped?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh boy. A whole 6.
So, you know. There. Right now, only I have things that I can do. You need not concern yourself, Hercers. You will need your concentration on the summer.
I do have one question for you, Elvis. About the wish pond. Has anyone ever mentioned it being cursed or doing something evil?
That place is not cursed, no. It was the home of a powerful druid once. He nurtured and found a way to summon the magic salmon.
What is the magic salmon?
To summon the magical...
It doesn't have a story?
that is able to be summoned and is said to grant information. Can answer questions that has been bothering people, but it used to all the time in the days, but after the death of the druid, people began hunting it, injuring it after summoning it. Now, I have not heard of it making an appearance.
I see. That's really sad.
It's said to come from another world.
Is there anything we can do to help protect it?
I don't know. Maybe protect the area. It might come someday. But it's the salmon of Vertistella.
Salmon of Verticella?
Yeah, Vertistella.
Verticella. Okay. Right.
I'll look into that. That sounds like an amazing salmon. I'm really sad it doesn't come anymore.
Yes, maybe we can work with Asphalt to figure out a way to protect it.
Yeah.
Here's a spelling of that world. That world
Ah,
there in the
good.
Yeah.
Because I spelled it very differently. All right.
want your proof, or can we burn it and destroy it?
It can be destroyed.
Should we advise the chief of this? Or leave it in your hands?
I don't think you need to bother him, but you can do what you want. It's nothing, it shouldn't be anything for... I don't expect it to be a problem for here.
Alphys, I know you might hate this idea, but you keep saying problems for not here. You know, you're helping us out and surviving. It's down the line and you've got more info on this. And you need help for some others to survive, because that seems what you've been intent on doing based off of your actions. My companions have concerns for the living. That includes the friends that you're helping survive too. Because who knows, maybe one day each community will need the other. I know that seems strange for you, but think about it.
He nods.
And Corgana will get up and leave him with his thoughts.
All right. All right. In that case, you're able to pay what you had in order to harvest safely from the timberlands.
I thought the agreement was if we kill it, he's going to give us what we needed. Was the
Yeah.
agreement?
Well, it was to get the information, yeah. And it was to, yeah.
If we killed it, he would give us what we needed and consider that the cost.
That's right. If you had ended up killing it. Correct.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
If we just got information,
Yeah.
we'd just get we'd essentially get what we wanted, but we'd have to pay it back at the end of summer.
Yep. Okay. That was the agreement. So, with that, I believe your weapons, because you ordered some stuff too, that will come back safely.
Those are the weapons Asphalt put in order for.
Those were all swords, right?
It was
Yeah, it was
weapons.
swords. Yes.
Okay.
All right. In that case, we'll go ahead and go to our break.
Break time.
Alrighty. But here it seems. Yes. So, with that, you are all gathered around one of the feasting tables in Raffensheim. Rather than being covered with freshly cooked meat, the air with savory smells, the table bears a map of Valika's western coast, and the air is heavy with stale pipe smoke and ale. The fire has dimmed, and the chess pieces the chief is using to represent your warriors and enemy forces cast long shadows. Chief Revan of Scare takes a swig from his tankard and brings it down hard, rattling the chess pieces. Ships leave in the morning. No more dawdling. Let's take stock of everything. One last time. We've a number of brave warriors who are eager to carry out your orders. They can lead your raid units. Having these stalwart allies at your side will help you far better in battle. But you must be prepared to pray for their souls come autumn. As he bangs on the table, 4 individuals come in. Their armor polished, well done, weapons already good to go. The first is the bronze-scaled beauty, Gondor Grindelstotter. She says, I have learned much in my time away. I know the ways of cover, of hiding, and when to come out and eat the insides of an enemy. Next to her, bronze-scaled, is her brother, the same one who challenged you, but you taught with mercy. You could have outright killed me. Instead, you helped me become a man. I would lay down my life for you, Hersers. I am skilled in the shield, and in the shield wall. I know how to get out quickly, with resources and men and women alive. Next, you see the woman who you helped train the recruits, Helok Warcrier. She says, I've seen many raids and much battle. I can make decisions quickly. I know when a tactic is failing and can change the direction fast. And then, finally, there is the one you've all personally changed. Rano, Skull Crusher. I would love to help. I've taken your lessons well. You've seen me fight. I am ready. No one of the younger has courage like me. You've seen it. I will run in and kill all those who would dare raise their blade and prevent our survival. As Raffen looks to you. All right. Now, you will need deputy commanders. Pick 2 to take with you.
Where will the other 2 be assigned to?
They will likely stay with the camp, or when we move, or we will leave them here.
I really like the first lady.
Here, pick your favorite kids.
Yeah. So remember, Gondal is the werewolf.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Grindel's daughter.
Yes.
Grindel's son.
Who is the one with the shield? The shield wall?
That's Gunvar, the one that drunkenly challenged all of you.
Oh.
Then we've got Hellock
If we're
Warcrier.
voting, I want to take him.
Okay.
I mean-
Well, wait a minute. How many of them is this like they have different skills, right? So like
Yes.
so he's
Yeah.
good at like defense and melee, I would assume, right?
Yeah. Would you? I gave you flavor in their skills.
Yeah.
Would you like hard mechanics?
Okay. No, I mean, and Gondal is clearly like a stealthy character, and
Hellock changes on when things are going poorly. And Raynor is Leroy Jenkins.
you know, I feel like
Just the nod of approval. Yep, you're right. You're right.
Except not fake.
more like the Jenkins at the start of Mass Effect 1. Actually, that's what they remind me of. But
I kind of want to make sure that I don't want Raynor. We're up on a table away from everybody else after this proclamation, right?
However you want to do this, you can. This is your say after whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
Alright.
definitely in our own little private move with maybe the chief there amongst it. I'm concerned that if we leave Raynor behind, that he will cause issues for those that are in search of bravery to display their skill sets and talents and fuck something else up where we can't correct for them. That is my concern if we do not take them. They seem a little overzealous to die.
He is very eager to prove himself.
for some
As I
reason, I
said,
can't remember the third person at all. I remember the first one, the second one, and the fourth one easy.
Hellock Warcrier, she trained scouts and such, and has, per their own proclamation, skills in how to, when things go poorly, change on the dime, because things will always go fucked up, as it were.
Okay, she was the actual trainer at the
Yeah.
grounds where we did the training. Okay.
Yes.
So the way I see it, she has a lot of experience in the sense that if something goes wrong, like it'll help it, like we'll be able to kind of like reassess quickly. I think that what's her name?
And which-
I think I would put a lot of trust in leaving Gundel here because I feel like she has a lot, even though she's relatively new to her lycanthropy bit, she has a lot of strengths, and we could use that at home in case because we'll be away.
Or on her own and have the ability to do hit and runs without needing adult supervision.
Yeah, my only worry with her is if we're away from the chief, is if she becomes, then it might cause a lot of distrust in the ranks. Because I don't think anybody else knows.
Then who would you want to? Would you want to leave Raynor behind?
You mean Ranulf?
Ranulf.
Ranulf. I'm sorry.
Gondel, Gunva,
I do.
and Ranulf.
I mean, the only way I would feel comfortable with leaving is if we paired them with Hellock, maybe Hellock could teach them more, as they have accustomed to teaching new people.
I like the middle too.
I think that we should leave Ranulf, but being that we are sort of commanding, we can leave him strict instructions. If he wants to prove himself, then he will follow those instructions.
Or get everyone that he is in charge of killed.
How would that be any different than if we brought him with us?
We're not
Fix
leaving
it.
him in charge, right?
No, of course
We're
not.
picking to be able to be in charge with us when we go.
Exactly.
He's just staying here.
As as I understand it, Matt, he could possibly be sent off on his own, though. Correct?
No, the camp. He said that the camp was moving.
Yeah, could be moving. He also might be. I mean, there's a chance that any of these people could be in the raids too, just not commanding. You're really
Okay.
picking your commanders.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what I
I think
thought.
the best way to think about it is just who's going to be the commanders.
I was
So
thinking
for
about
sure, I
the
think the
consequences of
person
who we
with
didn't make
experience.
our commanders and
Yeah.
what they could do.
Yeah.
But I mean, with this thing, with this whole deal, like as far as like where they might go, they might go anywhere. So you're
Okay.
not, and of course, assigning certain people might trigger quests. Not assigning certain people might trigger quests and different things. This is kind of how it works
Yeah.
because of the story. So
Okay, I was just thinking of the consequences of not taking stupidity with us.
that could be one of the things. It's up to you.
Okay.
But all these are like, again, none of them are
Yes.
bad commanders.
I
right?
feel like he's
Raffin wouldn't let bad commanders here. They're
he
all
spoke of being young and brave, and I don't know if that's the type of experience we want leading the troops. I feel like there has to be more of a stoicness to it all, a wisdom to it all.
So I for sure think we should take the person who was helping us we helped train
Yes.
warriors.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to take
That experience, I think we for sure should take.
Wouldn't we want them to stay here and train further for the next seasons to come instead of instant rewards?
No. Training is done. It's the raids now.
Yes, and we would have to
We
train
focus on the raids. I'm saying out of character, we focus on the raids.
Yeah, and like mechanically, training's
Here,
done.
We don't do anything here once we're on the raids.
Sure. You're thinking about just this year and this year alone. I'm talking about the years to come and the long-term consequences of that.
So he's RPing a little bit here. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were having above table conversation.
Yeah.
I thought we were back to...
We've sort of been switching. To be
Okay.
fair,
Oh, above
people have been
table.
switching in and out of character. So let's
Time out,
Here
time
we
out,
go. Here we
time
go.
out,
Above
time out.
table.
Time
What?
out.
Time
Above
out?
table talk. Yeah, I wanted to set
Okay,
above
so that's not
table
time
talk
out then.
where-
That's not
Okay.
time out. It's
Fair
above
enough.
table talk. It's
That's
just
what
those
I
are just
wanted.
different. That's all. So above table. Let's
Okay, sure.
So above table, I think that for sure experience is something we should take.
Based off of the party composition, I would say that we have a lot of strengths on the stealth side of things. We don't have a lot of clanky sort of people in the party, and so we're less of the get into the mix of things and get into the grunt and grindiness of it. So in that case, above table, Grindel's daughter Gondel, right?
Oh, yeah.
Gondel makes sense for what we as far as the majority of what the party does well. Between Pass Without a Trace and the other stuff that we have as skills within the party, I think she would be a great aid in helping us facilitate what we do well. The question is whether, in that case, do you want to strengthen up what we do well, or do we want to shore up the weaknesses where, if we get into the meat into the meat grinder, as it were, having somebody who can have our back in those regards.
I think we want to strengthen it up, which is why. So my picks, if this were like a show, like The Voice or something, so my picks are number 2 and number 3.
Okay.
The shield and strength, which I feel like we really have a minimal amount of. Really, like we don't have a dedicated 100% fighter person. We have a paladin.
We do.
Paladin. Wait. What do you,
I'm a warlock. I'm a warlock that front lines, and Griff also front lines.
Yeah. There's a difference between a warlock and a fighter in the front lines.
Okay. I'm averaging 10 hit points a level.
Okay. So in the fantasy thing, we have a lot of semi-magic users.
Yes.
But we don't have a 100% combat user.
Sure.
Which is what he would be.
Sure.
She is experienced. She's been on many raids. So those are my votes, are for those two.
My votes as well would be for 2 and 3, for similar reasons.
So not 2 and 3, right?
No, 2 and 3.
Right, but sorry. So Orin, you were
Gunvar and Halak.
So Orin's Gunvar and Halak, and Tiny is Gunvar and Halak. Okay.
I agree with those choices.
Okay. So Gondor, Grindelson, and Halak. So not Gundol.
I also agree with those choices, and I think I'm not sure this is what Bobby meant, but I will tack onto it that even though Korgana is probably averaging the same amount of hit points as I do, what is Korgana's armor class?
Korgana's not about. If a tank is too tanky, they don't get hit. Korgana is about taking the beating and keep on going.
It's true. Too high of AC means means monsters ignore you.
Yes. Whereas, easy target, I hit it. Oh, more temp HP. I get hit again. More temp HP. So there's a bit of a difference in running on how it's. But either way,
So I don't think it's to downplay anybody's abilities, because again, I don't necessarily 100% they're going to be with us all the time.
Yeah, they're not stat blocks. Here, let me give you the mechanical. Since we're above table now, let me just tell you the mechanics then. Because Gondol is a unit that she's assigned to is a 1d4 on rating rolls. Gunvar is if his unit fails a rating roll, it can escape without casualties once per raid. Halak is if a unit she's assigned to fails a rating roll, it can re-roll any 2 dice in a rating roll once per day. Once per raid. And then Runoff is they can choose to gain a plus 2d4 bonus to a rating roll once per turn. However, if his unit fails a rating roll, all of its warriors are lost. Regardless of how much the roll failed.
Chaos option there.
As I said, the Leroy Jenkins of the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I said. You really got it. It just when we started to go to would they make up party composition things is when I paused.
I appreciate
wanted
it.
to make sure we understood what we were doing.
Yeah,
That's
we
big
were
risk
good for a
reward
moment,
there.
but I realized we were thinking that other direction.
Big risk.
That's a big.
Yeah. So in the order that you listed them, I still think 2 and 4.
2 and 3, you mean?
2 and 3.
Gunvar and
Yeah,
Halak?
2 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm confused.
Uh,
I think I'm
we all
sticking
agree.
with the same ones.
We all agree 4 is off the table.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Okay. So we got 2 people saying 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and do the votes. Like, which 2 does everybody want? We'll see where it kind of been.
Can I ask one
Wait.
question before we vote?
Of
Real
course.
quick?
Well,
I just want to make sure I understood correctly what you said. Matt. You said one of the ones that I'm choosing gets the 1d4 for their units during the raids.
No.
No. Okay.
That's why
No,
this
that was
a little
Gondor.
bit. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's hard because you're talking about a brother and sister, and people have been using interchangeable pronouns.
Yes.
So I keep re-saying the name. So we'll do this: werewolf and drunkard. That way, it's a little clearer of who we're talking to. Werewolf is 1 + 1d4 on rating rolls.
Okay.
Drunkard is if the unit fails a roll, it can escape without casualties once per raid.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then
The whole unit.
Yeah, then Halak, the one you taught with, is if their unit is assigned to, if their unit fails a rating roll, it can re-roll any 2 dice in a rating roll once per raid.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Yeah.
you don't want the other dude.
I'm a little tempted by Gondol with that, but I think I'm going to stick with my original too.
Okay.
It feels like the consensus is Gunvar and Halak.
Well, I want to hear. I feel like
Okay.
I still feel like it's been just Orin and Tiny actually.
no, Griffin and Bjorg agreed with them.
With those 2? Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to verify. I'm just verifying that's what it is.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
I'm also good with that.
Okay. Perfect.
2 or 3.
Yeah, I was roleplay wise concerned with letting the mass murderer. I mean, the eager command captain loose on his own, out in the world. But
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah,
it's
and I get it.
what's-
I mean, you can do however you want. I mean, I think it was interesting to know the 2, and then RP wise, I think it sounded like everyone was going.
Yes.
I do get that. So let me. Okay, so here, I'm gonna put it in private because you for me now. And you guys can keep track of that because you need to. So here's the thing. I'm gonna be real with this. All these bonuses, they're your responsibility to keep track of your crap because there's a lot of it. So whether somebody wants to keep it, however you want to put that responsibility, because I'm not gonna always remember to go, hey, you guys have this, you have this, you have that. So want to keep track. And I think, would it be? I just thought of this. Would it be easier if I made a rating channel?
A rating
In-
channel. Oh
in-
yeah,
in-
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
that.
For Discord, yes, it
Yes,
would.
please.
So you can
Yes,
keep
yeah.
these things
Yeah, because I just
separate.
put that in mid game, and I think that's going to get lost real soon.
There you go. Rating is made. That way you
Thank
can
you.
kind of make it a little
Oh,
easier.
there it is.
Cool. I just was like, that might help here.
And Bobby, I'm sorry about it getting the confusion. I thought we were on the RP side of things, and so my apologies. there.
No, it's totally fine. We were all confused. Happens often, especially if I'm involved.
This is why I did
think
call
one
timeout.
way-
I appreciate that again, Tiny. You've been really great about that in helping us keep organized. So thank you.
Yeah, exactly. And that was good because it does happen occasionally. All right. So we have that. So in that case, if we can time in and get into this,
Yes.
I would imagine there might be you might want to RP choosing them or however you want to do this.
Sure.
Is this still the same day as we returned with all of this, or is this a different night? Just out of curiosity.
You've had a long rest and gotten the resources where they need to go.
Okay. So this is like on the last nights, well, the nights before, literally, before raiding happens.
Yeah, we returned
Okay.
everything. So you can decide how you want to inform them your choices.
Ooh.
Does Bjorg look happy about Gunvar or Halak? Like, is there a smile on Bjorg's face when they introduce themselves? Tiny is curious.
No, she's as passive as ever
Okay.
for the situation.
Perhaps I should be the one that breaks the news to Ranulf about they have much to learn still.
Well, I don't think we have to say they have much to learn. We could say they have great
Potential.
potential, gumption, forward thinking, and one day are going to be a great leader. But they're clearly more suited for less time having to plan those things and more time following
Doing?
the direction of the wise ones. And just I'm bad at talking to people.
That's why I'm saying I should take. You can handle the you're great with the positive things in life, Tiny. That's why you can break the good news, and I'll deal with the bad.
Okay.
Why do you sound concerned about this?
I'm not concerned. I think he'll be a great speaker of negativity.
All right. So let's do it this way. Why do each of you decide? Like, what have each of them recognized by all 6 for this purpose of the Hairsayers? What do each of you do to recognize the two that the two? What unique thing does each do or say?
Those are the two that we're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just kind of cut it out a bit. So,
Sorry.
I'll go if nobody else has one. So I think Tiny would walk up to Gunvar, and she would. I assume there's a lot of the clan gathered here. Is that correct?
It's actually rather private because this is plans.
Okay, fair enough. So she's actually thinking about Sylvig, Erlich, and remembering just what happened when we went to go get the lumber and we were attacked and we couldn't get away in time. And so she goes up to Gunvar and she says, our clan would benefit a great deal from your abilities of guardianship, and I think your shield wall is likely to be a great asset during these times, and I can't think of anyone better to help lead our people.
He nods. Thank you.
I will walk up to him as well and put my hand on his shoulder and say, I am proud to have you along, showing the amount of growth that you have in the short amount of time that you've had to do that. I respect that you will be a great asset to our group, our clan, and as a leader of your unit. And then I nod my head and back up.
take me time out. I am clearly confused again. I thought we were talking to the two who were staying. Is that not what we're doing?
That was one of them.
Yeah, I
Gunvar.
walked up to Gunvar.
No, it's one of the ones you're bringing.
Gunvar with us.
You're
We're leaving
bringing
the werewolf and Big Trouble.
Oh, I thought we were talking to the ones we were taking. Are we not?
right. That right.
Okay, now we're
you
confused.
you are. That's what I had. That's what I. Okay. My gosh.
It's my confusion.
Okay,
I thought we were talking about
so
them
we're gonna
leaving.
pause. That's what they were talking. And I was just trying to, because it sounded like we were getting into who's talking. So I was going to go to how do you want to accept the two?
That's what they were doing. Was
Yeah,
Jorgen and
accepting the
Tiny.
two. So this was like talking to the ones, and so like I said, anyone can talk to either one. It just is a way. You can do how you want. It's just a way trying to RP it out so that it was work. But it was supposed to be the ones you were taking with you about selecting the others.
Can we speak to each one of them?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, then I would like to go up to Helic, and again, I will put my hand on her shoulder, and I will say, as a master trainer, I believe that your years of experience and intuition will aid us greatly in our raids. I am proud to have you along as well. And I nod my head and step back.
What do you like to do? And then the others?
Corgana will have a drink with each of them.
Okay.
And he'll congratulate the two that were selected and give his reasons why, both in admitting, like for Bronvar or Gunvar, it'd be in regards to willing to admit wrongs and willing to make changes based off of the errors of their ways, which is great for leadership and keeping people safe, which is what the tribe really, what the clan really needs. For Helok, it's going to be inspired by taking troops that they freshly trained, and having that familiarity will lead to success for the clan and their raids. For Ranulf, I argued fiercely for you to come and be one of our commanders. Unfortunately, that was not to be the case in this regard. However, your zealousness and desire for combat, I look forward to fighting alongside me. When we are in the meat and things get close, I could not look forward to having a more trusted warrior by my side when we are drowning in blood. Learn from this. Take the time. And together we'll have many more of these, and I'll toast him in that regard.
I will be even more courageous. Yes.
There's many ways of courage, and then I'll just leave him with that and just spend the rest of the night with talking with Gondal, because I know that it's probably been a little rough and intense. And as Captain Intense over here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you go with Gondal and talking to her. Yeah. Next.
So his not being the best with social cues and not quite getting the the fact that we're supposed to nicely let down the other people and let the people that we did accept know the reasons why we accept them, kind of gets it a little backwards and tells the people that we didn't accept the reasons why we accept the other people, with no real regard for his tone, because he doesn't really change it. As well as when he goes up to the people that have been accepted, he just goes over the group dynamic and who they should go to for what, like if they want something, if they want that Bjork's more like the mother of the group and takes care of everyone, has the best moral code, Orin's kind of the smartest and or the most wise, and just explaining who to go to for what.
That's wonderful. Thank you for that.
I love it.
I think Orin would approach the two that are staying together. And he would say, there is a belief that the heroes go on the raids. But this is not true. The heroes are the ones who stay and make sure that at the end of the raid, there's a home to come to. Each of you have skills that complement each other in a certain way. One of you is brave and straightforward and willing to do whatever it takes to protect the clan. And the other one is knowledge and skills that can be utilized to protect our clan and get them out of harm's way. So together, I believe that leaving you two potentially here would be an asset to keep our home in existence, so that at the end of the raids, we have a place to go. We'll explain that. That's why they were chosen to stay or whatever.
Anything from Griff?
I think out of all of them, Griff probably only really speaks to what's his name? The one we trained, Stone Skullcrusher, about how eagerness for battle is good, but that he should that temperance in battle is also a trait that he should nurture as well. That eagerness gets you there, but temperance is what gets you back home.
Yeah, they really take you seriously. They go, right. Understand. I will be worth something next year if I survive the winter.
And I believe you will.
I do want to say one really quick thing to Rainier. Was that the young man, the Crate Chaos?
Runoff, yes.
Runoff. So before we leave, I want to prove Corgana wrong. So I'm going to try to break the news. Renoff, I am Tiny Tusk. It is my duty as a member of the Hersluf to inform you. I mean, I think you're really nice and everything. Have you ever considered like a backup career? Like, not that you're not good at what you do, you are. You're like scary good, but I'm just curious, like, is there ever like a dream you had like before you started training for combat that maybe you wanted to get married and start a business and
everyone does both? I don't understand.
Oh, well, this is a great opportunity then, because I thought, I mean, you're young, like me. You can go off and start your own enterprise, and that way you'll be ready to be even more strong and powerful and wealthy for the next raiding season.
I am the strongest warrior that you all trained.
And you will be doubly so in a year, won't you?
Yes. Maybe.
Exactly. And wiser too. And probably have a lot of business sense. You should consider going into business for ships, because we're going to need those one day.
So the strongest warrior shouldn't fight?
Not yet. The strongest warrior is the warrior who knows that they will get better with time. You see, because otherwise their strength is wasted. And their strength needs to grow, and that's what muscles do. Muscles grow. You give people milk that grow their muscles, and they lift weights and they become stronger. And you still have so much growth to do, and you're going to be stronger than ever in a year.
I see that.
Just starts nodding.
Yeah. Do you feel better now that we've spoken?
No, Hester.
No.
Nope.
Oh,
I feel much worse than when you came over.
no. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not good at this. I just didn't want to see you get hurt because I find you really interesting.
Hester finds me weak. Thought this would wound me. I
Mm,
see.
I'm just deeply
Do I hear-
attracted to you.
Do I hear this conversation?
I believe so.
Okay.
He's pulling out all the stops.
I will walk over. Tiny. It's all you're good. And I address Ranulf. Ranulf, as the strongest warrior, it will behoove the clan to have you here when they are I don't want to say wandering, I guess moving, because having the strongest person helping protect them is where you should be. And it will bring great honor to be able to protect the clan in that way.
Starts
And-
nodding.
And there is always future raids where your skills may be needed. But for now, your skills are needed here as the strongest person in the clan.
Okay. I feel much better now that you've talked to me.
Oh God, York, can we not tell Corgana about this?
Korgana's just sitting up in the rafters, just drinking a beer, watching all of this.
Whatever you want, Tiny.
Okay.
Right.
She doesn't speak to anybody else that night.
All right. So continuing. Is everyone got to do what they want to do in this scene? I should ask.
I would like to pull Bjorg aside at some point in the evening.
Okay.
Bjorg, you seem to have a desire to make everyone happy. This is foreign to me. Why?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily making everybody happy. It's making everybody feel valued.
But sometimes the best thing a flower can do is die.
Okay, but until it dies, it has value. It has value to whoever appreciates it.
Why would we appreciate something that's consuming the resources for those that are beneficial to the group?
How is a flower consuming resources beneficial to our group?
Yes, it's taking away from the nutrients from this and the sunlight from the others that could otherwise be making the other flowers stronger.
Okay, but how do we know they're not stronger together?
Well, if they get everyone else beside them killed because of their ogre eagerness.
Like, if we're talking about Ranulf, yes, he's very eager to prove himself. And I have given him a reason to be able to do that by telling him that where his skills are currently needed.
I'm not just talking about Ranulf. You wanted to save the dwarf. You wanted to... You've always decided to try and make peace with everybody. And I'm trying to understand when we're aboard these ships and we're stealing and we're taking things from other people, or we're taking other people. Are you going to try...
We are not taking other people because we do not do that here.
So when fall comes and winter comes and the druids come, what are you going to tell the druids? Do you want to start a fight with the druids?
No, but what does that have to do with taking people?
They demand their blood price. And what are we going to do then? Give them our own?
Why would a druid be coming to take stuff from us in the winter? In the winter, we will be protecting ourselves. But what does that have to do with giving people to druids?
Did druids not come where you are from? Take people as part of the sacrifice to keep the land safe? Nail them to trees? Kill them so that their bloods bleeded the ground?
Not that I ever remember. Is that what happens to you?
That's what happens where I'm from, yes. They demand their blood tithe every year. And are we strong enough to tell them no and deal with the consequences of that?
That is why we're going on the raids. So that we are strong enough through the winter to survive whatever comes at us.
Don't think it's going to be that simple, but everyone
No-
seems to be so friendly.
Nothing ever is simple, but you don't have to kill everybody to get what you need.
I wasn't talking about killing them.
Well, you keep talking about death.
It's part of these lands, yes?
Correct. And we are all going to die at some point. But to die needlessly, like for some sort of blood tithe thing, that's needless killing.
I'm trying to seek Bjork. Things are...
You're right. We come from different places. And you have seen different things than I have seen.
greatly.
And we will learn from each other.
I just keep learning when I see you try to make peace that all we get paid back is in pain and suffering.
That's not always true. You saw the wolves. We made peace with them. There was no pain and suffering on our part. The only suffering was them trying to survive.
The elves, we almost could have possibly gotten ourselves greatly hurt today with the dwarf. It just...
So the elves, we had a temporary truce.
Mm-hmm.
And something happened that killed that truce.
Mm-hmm.
But because we live in close proximity, should we not have some sort of truce and or alliance?
Well, I'm more talking about in making friends with spirits. Had we just killed it, and that's purely hindsight at this point, I agree. But there's going to be a time where, I guess more of what I'm asking is, are you going to be okay with killing people over the summer?
If it's them or me, then it's going to be them, not me. But with the dwarf, I had an intuition that it was more going on than just it was a stone statue. Thus my reason for trying to talk to it. I didn't know what that was. There was just something in me that said there might be more going on than how simple everybody has made it seem.
Sure, but in that instance you put you above us, because if we took advantage of its destruction and we were able to kill it faster without one of us getting hurt, you made that choice.
Okay.
You,
I'm gonna jump in here only because this RP seems to be going around a little bit in circles.
okay,
That's fine.
that's yeah, and that's fine.
Because I
sorry.
felt like the bottom line was yes, I will be able to kill people
Okay, sure.
there, and now it seems to be having the same conversation again.
Okay,
A little
well,
bit.
my apologies then on that. And
No worries. Just this way.
I was just
wanna-
was wrapping up
just-
into the you made a choice of you versus us, but you said us versus singular people sort of thing, and so that's where Corgano's.
Okay.
And that's so. Anyway, I'm good. Thank you, Bjorg.
Sure.
Cool. All right. Anything else? All right. So Chief continues then. Goes right. Now, you will be in command. It will be important for you to understand the resources. So, this is what everyone says we have. In extra timber, we can bring up to 500 pounds. We were to have 4 long ships. But with what you have been able to do, your leadership, and what you risked, Maldol has made us 4 dragon ships.
Dragon ships.
Yes. They can carry 75 warriors instead of the 4. Give you a much better chance.
Yeah, Tiny is really happy about that.
Now, with the ore we saved from all the weapons, we have a surplus of 500 iron. So that would be 750 pounds that we can take to supply in raiding season. And with the warriors, we have 25 more than we expected. As well. And Herr Sears, 5 wish to have an audience with you. Are you ready to receive them?
Yes, please.
Yes.
You see, a figure enters now in furs that cover the body, and as you see it move, it wibbles and wobbles in the midsections before toppling over, and 5 cold boards armed to the teeth come. We are ready to join those that spared us and spared the white one. We are ready to fight.
Yep.
I think in this moment, Griff kind of just side eyes Bjorg in the whole like, oh yeah, our kindness fucking works out.
Mhm. Welcome to the team, our friends.
Yes, we promise to be good.
Introduce yourselves, please.
I am Nip. I am Nak. I am Thrak. I am Sandun. And I am Veran.
Brack. Oh.
What was the last one?
Oh, I have no freaking clue.
I'm gonna remember these kobolds, Matthew.
Nip, Neck, and
Frack, Sandoon,
and Baron or something like
Baron,
that.
yeah.
Aaron.
Baron.
Baron. He's royal. Kobold friends.
All right.
Hearts.
So that's 5 more warriors that you accept.
Are any of our wolves joining
Oh.
us?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So I believe I've got all of this. All right. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and. Oh, yeah. In addition, go plus the blades are sharper than I've seen in any raid that you have been able to find. This will be fine. So, from what you're able to do with everything, I put in your total. So your long ships were upgraded to dragon ships. You have 750 pounds of iron instead of 250, and you're having 130 warriors to start instead of 100 instead of 100. And all of them are well armed, so they all gain a plus 24 bonus on all rating rolls during the chapter. for all the stuff that you have done. And yes, your kindness did get you 5 more warriors.
Yeah.
So we have more seats on ships than we have warriors at the moment, as I understand this.
Right. If you looked at the note I did, to carry supplies, you need a seat for every 100 pounds.
Okay.
That I put in the rating channel.
Would it be okay if we asked our wolves to join us?
And I think perhaps we should ask the wolves to help defend our home.
Oh, that's much smarter, actually. Yeah.
It also decreases the chance that they might be injured
True enough.
in a battle of
Oh,
humanoids.
yeah. You know what? We could put I keep getting his name mixed up, but Raphael, we could get him to maybe take over feeding.
Renalf?
Yeah, because he's brave and he could go and learn to be peaceful with the wolves.
Or start a fight with them.
Oh, not if he knows what's good for him.
Sure, Tiny.
Or actually, maybe Gondol, now that I think about it. That might be much smarter. Well,
In fact, they might be willing to work with her.
yeah.
That's a great idea, Tiny.
All right. Well, we've got our friends, we've got our army, we've got 4 dragon ships.
And
got
we have
weapons.
kindness.
I love it. Very good.
When the next time a blacksmith makes a weapon, I will just ask them to name their weapon kindness to whatever warrior they give it to, so that way they can kill people with kindness.
Hopefully, it'll be me because I don't have a magical weapon.
All right. And I just copy and pasted the other boons that we already talked about from your. You got Renowned Commander and you've got Silver Tongued Reputation.
Oh,
from
nice.
your other things. I put them back in the raid channel for you.
Matt, one other
Yes.
question. The scale of Gegazol's shield, is it a +1 shield or just the magical effect?
So because of what you added, you've made it a +1 shield in addition.
Okay.
Because of the thing that we did.
Just so that I know when I'm coding it up.
Yeah. We specialized the shield.
And I'm still definitely wearing this oversized bear cloak on me.
And whoever gets the shield, you do want to make sure that you do whatever you need to do to remind yourself that it is effective against cold fire. Because it says it there, and it's just because I'll say like, oh, it goes past cold resistance. You have to go, not for my shield. All right, so a few things now. Okay. So you need to keep track of your iron, lumber, and warriors because you're going to be spending these and gaining them at times as well. So I put all that in. From now on, you're going to detract. You're going to do all your stuff however you need to. But that is on your stuff as well as these things. So now this night continues. All right. As he points to the map. The chief points. I've selected a target that will give bards a reason to sing of us for years to come. The city of Erfurt in Nordenland. Long have Valicans feared this city and its mages. But I believe they're ripe for plundering. They're on the outskirts of Imperius territory, which means there will be no support for them from the south. And what's more, we have the element of surprise. No one even recognizes us as a clan. The Northern people have spies in every major clan in Valaka, but not ours. Their best warriors will be bracing against incursions from Thrall, not a strike straight at their heart. Is there anything you want to know about Aelifert or the warriors of Northernland?
Yeah. I assume this is an area surrounded by water?
It's a port city. Large harbor, few fortifications. But, even though it looks indefensible, it has the unpredictable strength of the mages.
You said it was protected, or I'm sorry, it's not likely to receive reinforcements from the south, but the other areas from the port, I assume, is where they would be receiving reinforcements. So, would it be wise to try and cut off that that supply line as our attack, or
The ports
then
would
just kinda-
be where we attack.
yeah, I was just thinking like if we cut off their supplies, then they're going to eventually have to leave the city, right?
See what you can do. They might hold up.
It'd also give a warning sign that, that something's off.
Yeah.
But there are merits to it.
Well, remember, Tiny, we are not there to conquer it. We raid.
Right. Yes, of course.
Get in, get as much stuff as we can, and we get out.
Like it's Black Friday.
Do we know of
Yes.
any particular targets as of yet that would be ripe or that we should show particular focus on? Or is that for us to sort out as we get closer?
Unfortunately, to successfully attack Erfurt, we have to proceed through Northernland on foot, because their harbor is too well defended to attack by sea. So as far as targets, we would have to see when we get there. But the northern terrain is corrupted by dark magic. I've seen walking trees with agonized human faces and fleshy, grasping limbs. It's a horrible place, but the northern people are just as vulnerable to its horrors as we are. We must be on our guard and press our advantage.
I'm not questioning your wisdom, Chief, but if this is a city that's guarded this heavily by mages, don't they have magical means of requesting aid that we can't block?
Get in, get out.
The mages are powerful, but fickle. And even their requests, it would take days, and we should be in and out in hours.
So they can't magically summon people, as far as we know.
Northernland is ruled from Erfurt by an Archduchess. And while she does have an alliance with the group of mages called the Thaumaturge, they don't see eye to eye. If we give enough of a scare and spook them, they'd give up their defense of the city to protect their own skins.
What can you tell us about the Archduchess?
Just that she was part of the forces that conquered the Burak, that conquered them from the Burak Empire some time ago.
Hist, what do you know about that? You're good at studying history.
Yeah, can I do a history check to see?
Yeah,
Can I assist?
so you both can do history checks.
Nat 20 for 30.
Nice. I got a 24.
All right. So the Burak is a major force here, and of course they kind of keep this area of the land, and Erfurt is the northernmost, so Barak conquered the Norden people. What do you know about the Norden people here is they have a kinship with the fairy folk, and their nation is split between imperial law and ancient tradition. And so while Erfurt clings to the ways of the empire, and their decaying piety for dead gods, basically, is my idea.
So, does that mean this is a person who is really good as far as their military strategy? Because it sounds like it if they conquered that area.
If they have time to plan, maybe.
Well, that's right, because they don't know we exist.
Yes, their defenses will be focused on the other clans.
Any materials or anything we could do to help guard our troops from the dangers of the terrain, other than get through it quickly?
We'll have to see when we get there, I think.
No, we could pose ourselves as merchants since they don't know that we're a clan coming to trade wares. They might let us directly into the city.
130 of us?
Well, yeah, if we hide some of us in a giant horse.
Well, not necessarily, but we could still send some scouts ahead pretending to be merchants.
I have done such a thing once or twice.
That way we could at least get a lay of the land and understand, like, their weak spots.
Find good areas to dock.
Yeah.
Or it could be the head person of the guild.
Remember, at this rate, you already said you're going by land.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We're going by land. That's not the time. Gotcha. But still, a scouting party might be wise if they don't know we're a clan. And then again, it could blow up in our faces. So,
Well, with these fears and conversations, you proceed, and the night is long, but the morning is early, as all the ships are loaded as the crack of dawn. And you see all of Ragval has come out to bid their raiders farewell, and hopes they will see them come autumn. Now, standing there are a few. You see Alvis, who comes to you. So he lets you know, good luck on your killing spree, you brutes. As he hits, I think in this case, Kurgana very hard on the shoulder. Hope you bring back a boatload of glory, or whatever it is your raiders do.
I look forward to seeing you in the autumn. Keep everyone safe, and think on what we said.
Bjorg, you are approached by a figure in a brown cloak. Who then, as they get close, you see the red, scaly skin of Ofagur. You saved me with your kindness. I'll always keep the light on and pray for your safe return. Pray to the 7 heroes, I mean. Not to that shrine.
Yes. I am honored that you will be praying for us, and I look forward to seeing you upon my return. Our return. With many good stories to tell you. I mean, I know that Braggy is better at storytelling than I am, but I can always try.
You have to give him material.
Exactly.
Yes. And they bow to all of you. This person. Coming up to Griff here. Actually, I think this will come up to... I just go to Griff. You see Ricard, the blacksmith. And he comes up a bit solemn and a slight worry on his face, but looks at you and gives you the shield that he's reinforced. My weapons will serve you well out there, Herr Sirs. But please remember, there will be innocents on that battlefield. The chief has promised me that there will be no thrall taking. Please hold him to that promise.
We will. We may have been a little bit overzealous with hang on, I'm trying to find the kobold's name. Sarav, that kobold. But we renegotiated his help.
You did. That was a bit different to stole from us, but still, I was a child in Burak myself when I was taken by Valicans. And why I am Valakin and would slice any Imperial scum who came and tried to cause us harm. I would not wish another child to see their mother screaming and crying as they were dragged away as I was. Then I think to all of you, most of you here, we have I think Asa would, so Asa's coming, she's going to approach Hist as up there, and Asa Lanashi, green skin, gills coming down her, large fins, Log Muta. She is the keeper of the laws of the code, as she's not very excited but respectful. She comes to you and stops at Hist. Remember, there are laws to warfare. I'm sure you know. Conduct yourselves with honor. And what do they say? Yes. Health and happiness, Herr Sirs. May you have good waves.
Yeah, thank you. We will definitely keep him. Make sure not to give the clan any bad names.
Kind of next to her, looking at Orym a little bit, you see Maldo, as she's excited to see all of you, but also like really excited about her ships. She goes, get out there and give him hell. I want to see both you and my ships come back scarred and unbroken. Glory to you all.
Yes, we cannot wait to take your fine ships out, and we will bring them back to you.
They'll be seasoned and have more character.
And then behind all of you, looking at Tiny, are 5 wolves.
May I cast my speak to animals?
Yep.
I'm going to miss you all, but this
Don't
is a.
die. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm not going to die. I just want you all to take care of everyone. You have a big responsibility now. Especially that the orc lady who's promised me one of her sons. I want you to make sure she's okay. And
Should we rip out the throats of anyone who tries to seduce him?
oh no, it's okay. It's
What
okay.
if they mate?
No, listen, she has a lot of sons, so it's fine. It's fine. That's okay. But just take care of the clan, and oh yeah, and look in on Sylvig. Make sure that they're okay, because they're gonna need some extra help here and there, and they can also use a comfort friend, and just to hang out with them. Play this game where they throw a stick and they keep losing the stick, but if you keep bringing it back to them, they won't lose it anymore. But I'm pretty sure they'll lose it again. Just try to make sure they don't lose it forever. But thank you for being my friends and for being Cole's friend.
Of course. There you go. As they protect, and none will come to harm while we breathe.
Thank you. And I hug every single one of them.
They lick the heck out of your face.
Orin for sure chuckles at this. It warms his heart.
Is Corgana able to jump into the licking pile? Or do they back
What?
away with So there's a pile of dogs that are licking and having fun, and Corgana thinks this is interesting.
Wait, okay. I thought you said you wanted to jump in and lick Tiny's face or something. I
No,
was
no,
like,
no.
Wants to be licked
For
by
the
the
record,
dog,
I thought
wants
you were
to
going
be
to start
in the-
licking. I was like, wait, what? You want to go over the licking pile?
No.
Okay,
no,
okay.
as in-
We're good now.
Wolf love pile.
I see what's going on now. We're good.
I see Corgana sees puppies and wants to play with puppies. Is what's
Gotcha.
going on.
Yes, obviously you can play with the wolves.
Oh my god.
All right. So, the people you've helped, they look, and many you see the warriors you've trained now, especially the young ones. They are ready. Hopefully, they will survive with the tools that you gave them and all the skills. These are ones whose your own hands have guided their blades for weeks, and now they're ready to shed blood in the name of their Hairsares and their chief and their clan, Ragval. So you board your dragon ships and begin to sail through the teeth and to the northern coast. And that is where we will end for today. Anyone watching, come back next week as they begin
Bye, everyone.
the summer.
Good night.